All right, good afternoon, everyone. Oh, we can do better than that. It's Friday afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. All right, that's much better, much better. I want to first thank our parents and visitors for joining us today. Some of you have been with us throughout the day, and we appreciate you for coming back. And for those of you, if this is your first time, I just want to welcome you to Chester Park Hope. We love and appreciate your love and continued support. We're so glad to be able to have you back in the building. Especially at a time like this when we're able to recognize our students for working hard and all of their success for the second 9 weeks. So without further ado, we're going to get started with our program, and we're going to start with our fourth graders and students. We're going to follow the same procedures for entering the stage, which I will talk about in just a second. But the main thing is here at Chester Park Colt, Colt stands for something. And what does the C stand for? What does the O stand for? Ownership. What does the L stand for? Leadership. And the T? Teamwork. Right. So parents and visitors, you're going to see throughout the program today, our students are going to be showing Colt character traits as other students are on the stage receiving their awards. They're going to be a model audience for you this afternoon. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and we will start with Ms. Lewis. In our fourth grade. So let's give a hand to Ms. Lewis and her fourth grade students as they enter the stage. And we will enter the stage to my right or your left. Everyone will come down, and there's a blue line on the stage. So if you would stand on that blue line, and we will exit on this side as the next class, Mrs. Hooper, comes to the stage. And you all, I have had an opportunity to observe in our fourth and fifth grade classes, and they are working really hard. They're working together. They're very engaged in their learning, and you should be very, very proud of your son or daughter today.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Our first category is the honor roll. That's students who made all A's and B's. I have Kaylee Boone, Brandon Bush, Princess Chambers, Rihanna Jackson, Anari Stewart, and April Stinson. The next category is homework awards. Those are students who turn in their homework every week for the second 9 weeks. Olivia Bland, Kaylee Boone, Brandon Bush, Princess Chambers, Anna Colin Cortez, Joshua Gladden, Joshua Gonzalez Sosa, Oliver Henderson, Michael Hicks, Rayana Jackson, Zaire McDonald, Christopher Olive, Anari Stewart, and April Stinson. The next category is tech pens, and how I decided this was students who are on their laptops and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they're just not sitting there, but they're actually doing what they need to be doing. Kaylee Boone, Princess Chambers, Michael Hicks, Rayana Jackson, Zaire McDonald, Christopher Olive, Anari Stewart, April Stinson, and Dominique Sullivan. Next is perfect attendance. Kaylee Boone and Michael Hicks. Last category is the Bug Club. That's students who brought up a grade and maintained their other grades, which is sometimes difficult to do. My first student is Princess Chambers, and she brought up 2 grades. Joshua Gladden, who also brought up 2 grades. Oliver Henderson, who brought up 2 grades. Michael Hicks, who brought up 2 grades. And Josiah Morris, who brought up 3 grades. That's it.
Okay, let's give Ms. Lewis' students a round of applause. Very good. Ms. Hooper. I like the way that our 4th graders are exiting the stage quietly, and Mrs. Hooper's class is doing an excellent job coming on stage. We are so proud of our students here at Chester Park Colt.
All right, we're going to start with our A honor roll. We have 2. We have Gabe Conrad and Jador Davis. Our AB honor roll, Ruby Hill, Isis Jackson, Trinity Laney, and William Snyder. we have, Gabe Conrad, Kion Hall Hemphill, and Messiah Sanders. For our homework award, Gabe Conrad, Tamira Crank, Jador Davis, Princess Feaster, Arnando Flores, Christopher Garcia, Dylan Harden, Ruby Hill, Isis Jackson, Trinity Laney, Messiah Sanders, William Snyder, Julia Woodard, and Soraya Young. For our technology award, I chose the students who not only are doing what they're supposed to, but are also taking care of their tablets. I have a lot of students who like to draw and color on their tablets. And then students who also don't want to plug them in and then wonder why they're dead the next day. So these are the people who do all of those things correctly. Gabby Backstrom, Gabe Conrad, Tamira Crank, Jador Davis, Princess Feaster, Arnando Flores, Dylan Harden, Ruby Hill, Isis Jackson, Trinity Laney, William Snyder, Julia Woodard, and Soraya Young. Our class is proud to be polite, the student who gets along with everyone, who's not trying to get into people's drama, who kind of stays to herself, is Isis Jackson. And then the last award is our Bringing Up Grades Award. This is actually a very difficult grade award because not only do they have to increase at least one grade, they can't go down in any grades and they cannot have any F's. So it's a lot harder than just bringing up, one grade. They have to, there's a lot of requirements for this. Our first one is Tamira Crank. She brought up 3 grades. Ruby Hill brought up 2. Isis Jackson brought up 2. Trinity Kennedy Laney brought up 4. Messiah Sanders brought up 2. William Snyder brought up 2. And Jalea Woodard brought up 3.
All right, let's give it up for the students in Mrs. Hooper's 4th grade class. We are so proud of you. Please keep up the great work. And we have one more 4th grade class, and that's Mrs. Parker's 4th grade class. This time she's going to recognize her students. And I don't know if you heard it or not, but several of our students received the Bug Award. That's bringing up grades. So that's showing you that they have been really working hard trying to improve. And so we are really proud of them.
Good evening. Okay, these guys have worked really, really hard, so it's my honor to recognize them today. I'm going to start with the homework pen. These are students for 9 weeks straight turned in their homework. That is a lot of hard work. First one is Skyland Bailey, Trayvon Bowser, Kenya McClurkin, Allie Reeves, Freddie Urbano Soto, did I say it right, Freddie? And Kaylee Williams. Next is the Tech Awards. First one is Trayvon Bowser, Jaden Farrell, Malaya Grant, Duran McClurkin, Kenya McClurkin, Amir Pickens, Callie Reeves, Mariah Tavas, Freddie Urbano Soto, and Yalea Mingo. Next one is perfect attendance. Mariah Grant. I'm sorry, Malaya Grant. I should have put my eyes on. Allie Reeves. Proud to be polite. Trayvon Bowser. And Kenya McClurkin. Bud Club, that's bringing up the grades. Amir Pickens. He worked very hard. Next is AD Honor Roll. And I have one, Allie Reeves, but I also want to recognize her for last quarter due to a technical problem. We failed to recognize her, so she had it first quarter and second quarter. Allie.
Okay, let's give it up for the students in Mrs. Parker's fourth grade class. Excellent job. Now we're going to move to the seniors of our school. All right, our fifth graders who we are so proud of them. Mrs. Canty, if you can go ahead and make your way to the stage. Most of them have been with us since they were pre-K students, and we have seen them grow over the years. And so today we get an opportunity to celebrate their hard work for the second 9 weeks.
Good afternoon, everyone. As you see, we are quite large, and this isn't all of us. But thank you for coming out. I'm excited. They're excited. Some of them said they didn't want to come on stage, but of course they have no choice. So the first category, I have 2 students that made all A's for the second quarter, and those 2 people are Deacon Moss and Brianna Williams. The next category, I had 5 students that made AB honor roll this quarter. Those students are Mason Copeland, Colt Hill, Braylon Jackson, Kai Wilmore, and Tony Kennedy, who's absent today. My next category, I have 2 students who made perfect attendance for the second quarter, and those 2 students are Colt Hill and Deacon Moss. My next category is homework pens, and those are 2 students. I chose a male and a female who I never have to hassle for their homework, second quarter. And my female is Miss Nakia Bowler and Mr. Harold Jennings. My next category is technology. I also chose 1 boy and 1 girl. And again, these 2 students, I don't have to tap them or lock their screen because I see them going on to different stuff and games and YouTube. So my male that I have is Mr. Ronaldo Garcia. And my female is Miss Kamora Jones. Kamora didn't want to come up here, but I made her come here. My next category is my proud to be polite. So this student is so sweet. Always polite, always attentive, kind to other people, good day, bad day, whatever day. She's always going to be the same consistent person. So this person is Miss Victoria Weldon. My last category is my favorite category. So if you were at the penny ceremony for first quarter, this is the category that I said I hope to see majority of my students in second quarter, and it happened. So I have 19 students who are in the bringing up grades category. So they are Nakia Bowler, who brought up her math grade. Mason Copeland, he brought up his ELA as well as his math grade. Mr. Darrell Gregory, he brought up his math grade. Mr. Creighton Hall, who brought up his science grade.
Miss Ebony Hall, who brought up her math grade. Mr. Colt Hill, who brought up his math grade. Miss Akila House, who's not here, she brought up her math grade. Miss Raylan Jackson, who brought up her math grade. Mr. Harold Jennings, who brought up math. Mr. Tony Kennedy, who brought up reading and math. He's not here today. Mr. Antoine McGee, who brought up his science. He's also not here. Mr. Jose Missouri, who brought up his reading and math. Mr. Deacon Moss, who maintained an A. He had straight A's first and second quarter, but he brought up his percentage on his A. Miss Savannah Parker, who brought up her science grade. Mr. Kamarion Stewart, who brought up his math grade, and he's not here today. Mr. Alex Vasquez Loa, who brought up his math grade. Miss Khalees White, who brought up her reading grade. Miss Brianna Williams, who brought up her social studies as well as her science. And Mr. Kai Wilmore, who brought up his math grade.
Okay, let's celebrate Mrs. Canty's 5th grade student. Great job, boys and girls. And thank you for being great examples to our 4th grade students and all of the other students here at Chester Park Holt. We have one more class to recognize, so thank you parents for your patience so they can begin making their way to the stage. All right, so as we have our last class to come on stage, I just want to take a quick second. We've been in search for a 5th grade teacher, and during this time, one of our permanent subs, Mr. Houston, has filled in, and he has done an amazing job with our 5th grade students. So let's give him a hand for the wonderful work that he's done. And alongside him, we have Mrs. Hall Glasper and Mrs. Buffington. Ms. Hall Glasper is here if you will wave your hand. She's our literacy coach. The team has been in with our 5th graders as well. Ms. Buffington, I don't think is here at the moment, but she's our math coach. So they have really been making sure that our students are still learning and doing their very best. But I am happy to announce that the search is over. We have found a fantastic 5th grade teacher that's going to be working with Mr. Houston. And I want you to give her a round of applause. She's on the end of the stage, Miss Cornelia. And she is so excited to be here. This is her first ceremony, of course, because this is her first week. So 3rd down week, she will be announcing the awards for her class, but I wanted to take an opportunity to welcome her to the Colt family. All right, so we'll turn it over to Mr. Houston.
Good afternoon. Now y'all know I've been all y'all playing So I know y'all said it. Good afternoon. It has been a pleasure working with these wonderful students alongside Ms. Hoglasser and Ms. Buffington. We had some ups and we most definitely had some downs, but I love each and every one of them and they know that. All right, we're first going to start off with our AP Honor Rolls. We have two, which is Ayanna Hall and Elise Hughes. Our next award is our Perfect Attendance, Aiden Evans and Kiala Goodwin. Our next award is for homework. They didn't know that they were going to be getting this. But surprisingly, the whole class did their homework when homework was sent. So, Taquarian Bell, Keon Blackman, Elijah Brown, Jonathan Chambers, Ariana Donovan, Aiden Evans, Sean Foster, Kiala Goodwin, Zayden Moore, Ayanna Hall, Elise Hughes, Autumn Jones, Dantario Kennedy, Antonio Killian, Charlotte Mason, Summer Roberts, Hermione Smith, Beatrice Weldon, who is in here today? Carlia White, and Shanarian Wilmore. All right, our next award is the Tech Pins. These are the people I never have to tell to get on what they're supposed to get on. Keon Blackman, Elijah Brown, Brianna Bush, Kaden Cash, Ariana Donovan, Ayanna Hall, Autumn Jones. Dantario Kennedy. Summer Roberts. Carline Smith. And Shanaria Wilmore. The next award is the Proud to Be Polite. The way this was chosen, the one I've never had to call on for anything, always doing what he's supposed to. He's always helping other people, and that is Shanaria Wilmore. All right, and the last award is the Bud Club, bringing up grades. Ariana Dunford. Aiden Evans. Tiala Goodwin. Ayana Hall. Elise Hughes. Autumn Jones. And lastly, Carlia White. Thank you.
All right, let's give it up for Mr. Houston and Miss Cornelius' class. Great job, 5th graders. It's hard to believe that we are in the 3rd down week, but we are so proud of our students for all of the work that they have done the first half of our school year, and now we're going to continue working hard during the second half of our school year. We just have a few announcements, and then we're going to dismiss. We want to remind all of our parents and visitors that we do not have school on Monday in observation of Martin Luther King's Day. So we will return to school on Tuesday in an effort to make sure that we continue safety. If you are signing your son or daughter out, we just ask that you go to the front office to give them time to get back to class. And then they'll come to the front office. So if you are taking your son or daughter with you, please see Mrs. Martin or Ms. Elkins in the front office, and then we will call them to the front office. On Tuesday, when students come, they're going to bring a flyer home. We are planning a Valentine's Friendship Gala. So it's going to be a really exciting time. The committee has gotten together to make sure that this is an elegant event. So information about that will go home on Tuesday. So we will dismiss at this time, but before we do that, students, let's give our parents and visitors a round of applause for coming today and supporting us. Thank you, parents. I can't say enough how much we love and appreciate you here at Chester Park Holt, and I'm so glad that you guys can freely come back in the building and be a part of our programs that we have this year. Let's give it up for our teachers. So give it up for Ms. Woodford, Ms. Parker, Ms. Lewis, Mrs. Canty, Mr. Houston, and Mr. Hilliard, and Mrs. Buffington. We have great We have great students, but we also have outstanding teachers as well. So thank you, teachers. All right, at this time, Mrs. Parker's class, if you would dismiss quietly.